Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to...
And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
I don't think you got it, son. Hey, 50 the mic, 50 the mic.
To throw again, Wilson. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Throwing again here, Wilson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense.
It's now 3rd and goal.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jared Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
A loss of 10 yards. Brings up 4th and goal.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And the Seahawks have picked it up, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. On 1st down, It's Carson. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Carrier. Jamal Adams there on the tackle. It's a gain of 7.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. On the move to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Wilson. That's good for a Seattle Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
14. Bang out. Bam. Watch out. 14.
On 1st down, Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Vincent Mayowa in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Steps away to his left. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Seahawks.
That one goes for 30 yards.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Now Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Will Disley, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. A pitch back. And he is in for the season. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken a 1st quarter lead. An option pitch we saw. We don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just does the quarterback...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Dancing to his left. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Greg Olsen, 47 yards. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front.
And there's a situation where as a tight end, once he gets that end zone in his sights, he's not going to back down from anyone. He doesn't worry about running to daylight. He doesn't mind running through contact. That's totally fine by him.
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Now it's Wilson. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
43-yard line.
14.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again.
Wilson sacked.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. Here we go on fourth with Wilson. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
A gain of 13. It's a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Here's the kickoff for Seattle.
The Seahawks got it. They did. It's Seattle football. Well, they just scored. They got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak. Scouting.
They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
Wilson. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
2nd and 6. At the 48-yard line.
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
On third down, Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Seahawks 19, Seahawks 6.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Play action. Now Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
19. Mike's 50. Oh, here we go. Oh. Hey, no, hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Rip right. Hey. Go down.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Play action. It's Wilson. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat with a 1st down. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They run again with Hyde on 1st. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Dunbar on the tackle.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Flushed out right. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Boy, it's only a one-score game. Third quarter, mind you, but they're going to go for the onside kick right here. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
He's going to take off with it. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there, but he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now Wilson on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
That goes for a gain of 31.
7-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. L.J. Collier. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there. It certainly benefited.
He was taken down.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
A gain of a yard.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
At the 38-yard line.
From the gun, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for Greg Olsen. Incomplete. It's third down. And 9 yards to go.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. They go play action with Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete.
On the keeper. Intended for Greg Olsen. Incomplete. Rings up.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 4th down. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. We're back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And at this stage, in the 4th, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Operating from the gun. Wilson being chased out left. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following.